I appreciate you taking time to do this.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
When you got the role, did they have discussions with you about this is where your character's going to be going, this is where the show is going to be going, or was it just a surprise as you saw the scripts?
No, I think I got a little bit of a brief of who she was and how she existed within the framework of the story. I found out more as we went along. But yeah, no, I wasn't. There's so many twists and turns that are surprises in the show, but for the most part, I knew who she was and where she was going in general. But, yeah.
No, it's most of the people I've talked to who do period pieces say that it's challenging as an actor because you have to deal with all the physicality of it. The costumes, the way that people walk, the way that people talk. Was that something you found as well?
I love movement. I love movement. I love playing with fabrics. I love, trying to morph my body and see how I can, I don't know, have, textures of movement just gliding into the room and taking it over. And I hope that came across, but those are some of the things that I love the most.
What was the hardest thing for you about that?
I guess giving myself permission to own that sexuality. Really, I think so much in this, in modern day society. I think that women are so restricted, and so in those times as well. And I think Ondine was one of those characters that were definitely up to challenge that. And it was so refreshing. But giving myself that initial permission was quite the challenge.
Well, it strikes me that Ondine really like pretty much every character in the show. That was a time that there was a lot of inequity, financial, social, um, and that changes everybody in the society. Even the best person, it warps them some.
Yeah.
And it seems like always the challenge is reflecting that without making the person unpleasant. You don't want people to
Yeah.
watch the show and think, wow, I hate everybody on the show.
Yeah. You're onto something, Rick. It is hard. It is hard. But yeah, it is a challenge to go into the character because I think it's really important for an actor to fall in love with your character despite the choices and the moralistic challenges that they go through. But I found my way with Ondine, and I began to empathize with her as a matter of priority, and then I think that allowed me to have fun with her.
Well, when you talk about empathizing with Ondine, is there an aspect of your personality that fit pretty well with hers where you think, I understand this part of her personality?
Hmm. I've come to understand it not because of our similarities, but I guess in the sense that the same way that she is a black woman in this world, I'm still a black woman in this world, and that creates some restrictions. And so the desperation to find any skill, that you can fine tune and make it of value and work for you, I definitely empathize in that way.
Now, does the similarities between that world and our current world, did that make it a little easier to sort of frame what you wanted to do with her?
Yes, yes, especially with, I wanted I wanted to be able to show a strong black woman, but with complexities and multidimensionalness as well. And I feel like, the modern world is beginning to have so much of this conversation now, the same way we are going back and investigating history because we know we exist in period, during those times. So I just think that it's mirroring what should have been represented from the beginning.
Is the fact that so little has changed over these hundreds of years, is that depressing or
I mean, Rick, again, your questions are great. I mean, it can be at times, but I think that's the good thing about generations that come afterwards because then they're filled with fresh new energy and they go back with more fervor and we get further along. So as long as we're representing these stories, we're having the conversations. So yeah.
From an acting standpoint, when you got your a chance to see yourself for the first time, what was your reaction? Because as you're doing it, you're in the moment, and there's a lot going on, and you don't have really that much time to think about how am I going to look? What's this going to look like when I finally see it?
Oh gosh, you know what? I'll let you in on something. I can only look at my playbacks during the day. Afterwards, I almost have to like fast forward because I have such a special moment in that present moment. I'm feeling it from within and it feels so enjoyable and creative that I almost don't want to be discouraged. So I leave it up to the audience to tell me, you know, how they feel about it. It's just about how you received it, and that's all that's important to me. I can't, unless it's from, you know, an analytical, like I'm trying to improve something.
Well, certainly, if you don't like something, the fact that it's already been recorded, you can't go back and change it. You're stuck with it. So,
Exactly, it is what it is. You do your best though, and I hope you know it affects people.
well, I really enjoyed the show, enjoyed your acting in it, and I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. You have a great day.
You too, Rick. Bye.
Bye.